With Christmas just over a fortnight away, charities are racing against time to fill hampers. According to Anglicare, the cost of living rises and the casualties of the global financial crisis have led to significantly more families asking for help this year. Sharon O'Neill visited Anglicare's warehouse at Mount Druitt this week to meet some of the volunteers who are helping to spread much-needed Christmas cheer.
I've been packing hampers this morning for Anglicare. In a standard hamper we put tinned food such as vegetables and fruit and fish, and then we also add pasta and pasta sauce and a Christmas cake or a pudding.
My role has been to keep the stocks up, to make sure that things are there when they're required, to make up the boxes, to seal up the boxes. We're generally finding that because of difficult times, things have been a little bit shorter to start off with, and then they've been coming in towards the end of the program, but sometimes not in sufficient quantities. We have had circumstances when we haven't had sufficient materials to be able to pack, and in fact Anglicare has had to ring up people and say, do not come in today, we don't have sufficient food.
Is that likely to happen this Christmas, do you think?
It has happened. We've stopped a little bit earlier than we normally would go to because we've run out of food and not sufficient has come in.
How does that make you feel when that happens?
Well, we like to work a full day here and we like to get the boxes out.
Maybe we can tag that one onto this one.
Yep, okay, that makes sense.
So, on the 12th to the 13th.
We're seeing 300 more families being serviced this year, which is a wonderful story in terms of need being met. But, with increasing costs of living, 17% rise in utility costs, we're seeing a lot more need for emergency relief.
It's definitely worse this year. The electricity bills have gone up quite a lot in the last 12 to 18 months, and we're finding particularly now the last lot of bills have just come out, and it's really hitting people hard. The bills are a lot higher, so whereas they used to manage, they'd be paying little bits off to try and keep on top of it. That's not covering the bills anymore, and I think it's come as quite a surprise to people. They've gotten their bill, it's higher, and for families who normally do okay, they're finding that they're not managing this Christmas. So it's more people and a different kind of people coming in. Families who used to cope aren't coping anymore.
So first-time families are approaching you?
Yes, and that's really hard because people feel quite humiliated when they have to come and ask for help, and if you've never done that before and you have to put your hand up, it can be quite a daunting experience for people.
Well, I've been working in the food section of the hampers because it's easier than in the toys.
Why is it easier?
Because you don't have to make such difficult decisions. It's very hard to decide what to give a child for a toy when you know that that's possibly all they will get.
Would the toys that come out from here be, in some cases, the only toys that the kids receive for Christmas?
Yes, for some families it definitely is. When they ring up and ask us about the hamper program, many families are saying we just don't have enough money to put anything under the tree. So we try really hard to give good quality presents and a nice main gift with a few supplementary gifts and little things for the stocking as well for under the tree, so that at least when the kids wake up on Christmas morning there's something there for them.
We've had a bit of an affiliation with Anglicare over the years, so we like to come here and just get an experience for what goes on.
So what do you think the boys get out of doing this kind of volunteering?
Well, it depends on the boy, but it's certainly it's good for them to come out here and actually be helping out. What they take away from it will be different, but I think certainly being able to see what people might be getting at Christmas compared to what they might have at Christmas on their table is definitely a bit of an eye-opener. And even coming out here to Mount Druitt is certainly a bit of an eye-opener for them. Some of them haven't been out here as well. But it's a good experience.
It's been good so far, very different world to where we come from, but it's really good to experience something new and help out others because we've been very busy with school, so take a break and service the community. So yeah, it's been really good so far.
What's the hardest age group that you find to supply gifts for?
Always teenagers, but this year we're finding from about 9 years of age up, especially with girls, the tables are emptying really, really quickly. The tables don't look too bad today, but yesterday afternoon at about 3 o'clock they were empty and we were really, really worried about what we were going to do today. So we've had a delivery come in, which is great, but by this afternoon they'll probably look the same.
We do get exhausted. We're getting a little bit older now and we do feel it quite a bit, but we go home with a great deal of satisfaction that what we've done to be able to help others. I find that I do sit down to a Christmas dinner and think of those for whom that we have packed hampers for and wondering how they are getting on.
Probably better for having had the hamper than not had it.
Certainly better for having the hamper than not having it. There are many people out there doing it tough this year and it makes life a little bit easier for them.